Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to study about the most basic and very fundamental and everyone should know this the fundamental rights and duties stated in the Constitution of Nepal. So the following fundamental rights and duties provisions in three parts of the Constitution of Nepal. So we'll study this lecture in three parts. So let us begin. So first is the right to live with a dignity, which is in Article 16. So the first point is every person shall have a right to live with the dignity. Second is the no law shall be made providing for the death of penalty to anyone. So there is no death penalty in our constitutions. So it is very good. So in the second, the right to freedom, which is in the Article 17. So here the first point is no person shall be deprived for his or her personal liberty except in the accordance with the law. Every citizen shall be have made the following freedoms. First freedom, freedom for the opinion and expression, freedom for assembly, peaceable and without arms. Freedom to form political parties, freedom to form union and association, freedom to move and reside any other part of Nepal, freedom to practice any profession, carry on any occupations established and operate an industry, trade and business in any part of the country, Nepal, provided that. So these are the conditions. Number one, nothing in sub clause A shall be deemed to prevent the making of the act of impose reasonable restriction on any act which may be underline the sovereignty, territorial integrity, nationality and independency of Nepal or harmonious relations between the federal units of or the people of various caste, tribe, religious or communities or incite caste-based discrimination or touchability or any other act of disrespect of labor, defamation, contempt of court, incitement to any offense or any other act which may be contradictory to the public decency or morality. So second condition is that nothing in the sub clause B shall be deemed to prevent the making of an act to impose reasonable restriction on any act which may be underline the sovereignty, territorial integrity, nationality and independency of the Nepal and harmonious relation between the federal units or public peace and orders. Nothing in the subclause C shall be deemed to prevent the making of act to impose the reasonable restriction on any act which may be underline the sovereignty and territorial integrity, nationality and independency of the Nepal Constitution and opponents against the nations or devils of national secrecy or any act rendering assistance to any foreign state, organization or representative in any matter to undermine the security of the Nepal or the act of citizens or any other act which may be undermine the harmonious relations between the federal units or any other act of incitement of the caste-based or communal hatred or any other act of the underline the harmonious relationship between the various caste, tribes, religious commodities, and any other act of acquisitions of or restrictions on membership of any political parties on the basis of solely tribe, language, religion, community, or sex, or any fact of formation of political parties, the discriminations between the citizen and incitement to any violent acts or any other acts will be contradictory to the public morality. So likewise, there is a fifth one. So you can read this fifth clause here by yourself, and this is the sixth conditions which you can read here by this, and this is the sixth one, and you can read by pausing the video. So we'll move into the next right to equality, which is in Article 18. All the citizens shall be equal before the law. No person shall be denied the equal protection of the law. No discrimination shall be made in the application of general law or ground of the origin, religion, race, caste, tribe, sex, physical condition, condition of health, maternal status, pregnancy, economical condition, language or region, ideology, or any or on similar other grounds. The state shall not be discriminated citizen on the ground of origin, religion, race, caste, tribe, sex, economic condition, language, reason, ideology, or any other ground, provided that nothing shall be deemed to prevent making the special provision by the law of protection, empowerment, and development of the citizen, including the social and culturally backward amongst Dalit, indigenous peoples, indigenous nationality, Madhesi, Tharu, Muslim, oppressed classes, featured classes, minorities, the marginalized farmer, laborers, youth, children, senior citizen, gender and sexual minorities, persons with a disabilities, person with a pregnancy, incapacitative or helpless, backward regions, and indigent caste area. Explanation: for the purpose of this part 4, indigent means a person who earns income less than that of the specified by the federal law. No discrimination shall be made on the ground of the gender with the regardless of remunerations and social security for the same work. All the offerings shall be have made equal rights on the ancestral property without discrimination on the ground of the gender. Oh, this is very important. So the fourth one is the right to the communication, which is in Article 19. So no publications or broadcasting or uh, disseminations or printing of any item, editorial and features, articles or other reading, audio and audiovisual materials through any means or whatever else whatsoever, including the electronic publications, broadcasting and printing, shall be censored, provided that nothing shall be deemed to prevent them making the act of impose reasonable restriction on any act which may be undream the sovereignty, territorial integrity, nationality of Nepal, or harmonious relationship between the federal units, or harmonious relationship between the various caste, tribe, and federal religions, community, and any other act of sedition, defamation, and contempt of court, or incitement of the offense, or any other act which may be contrary to the public decency or morality, or any other act hatred for the labor to the labor, and other act for incitement of the caste-based untouchability as well as gender discrimination. These are the conditions. Second is no radio, television, no lines or any or other platform or digital or electronics equipment, press or other means of the communication, publishing, broadcasting or printing any news items, features, editorial articles, information or other materials shall be closed or seized or shall be resignations therefore by cancelled or nor such material be seized by reason of publication, broadcasting, or printing of such material through any audio and visual electronic equipments. So there is also condition. So you can read that provided nothing contained in this clause shall be deemed to prevent making of the act of regulate radio, television, online, and other platform for digital and electronic equipment pressed on other means of the communication. Third is no means of the communication, including the press, electronics, broadcasting, and telephones, shall be interrupted except in the accordance with the law. Fifth is the right to relating the justice. No person shall be detained in the custody without informing him or her on the ground for his or her arrest. Any person who has been arrested shall have the right to consulate and legal practitioners for his or her choice from the time of such arrest and to be defended by such legal practitioners. Any constitutionals made by the any such persons with and advice given by his or her legal practitioners shall be confiscated. These are the conditions you can read. So the third one is that any person who is arrested shall be produced before the adjudicating authority within the period of 24 hours of such arrest, including the time of necessary of the journey from the place of arrest to such authority, and any such person shall not be detained in the custody except on the order of such authority, provided you can read the condition. Fourth, the no person shall be liable for the punishment of act which was not punishable by the law and in the force when the act was committed, or nor shall be subjected to the punishment of greater than the prescribed of the law enforcement of the time of the commission of the offence. Fifth is every person shall be charged with an offence shall be presumed innocent until proven guilty for the offence. So this is very important. I can say. No person shall have tried and punished for the same offence in the court more than once. Oh, this is also very important. No person charged with the offence shall be compelled to testify against him or herself. Interesting. Every person shall have rights to be informed of any proceedings taken against him or her. Every person shall have rights to a fair trial by an independent, impartial, and competent court, competent court or judicial bodies. Any indigent party shall have the rights to free legal aids and to accumulate the law. So the last we will discuss in this lecture is the right to victim of the crime, which is in Article 21. A victim of crime shall have been the right to get information about the investigation and proceedings in the case in which he or she has been he is the victim, in which he or she is a victim. A victim of the crime shall have the right to the justice, including the social rehabilitations and compensation in accordance with the law. So we'll end this lecture. This lecture was little long, so we'll discuss next rights in the next lecture. So thank you for watching. Thank you.